All right. What I'm going to do here is, first off, I have a clip. You guys see the clip right there? It's just of my feet walking. All right. That's the first clip we're going to pull down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring that down into Final Cut. Once that's in there, okay, what we're going to do next is I'm going to get this clip of Mr. Brandt, and he's in front of a green screen. Now, it's not like a perfect clip because there's some issues with like spacing and like color and shadows, but it's pretty good. It'll work. So what we're going to do is then we're going to bring that down. I'm just going to put it next to the other clip for now, and then eventually what I'm going to do is put it on top. But to start out here, okay, what do you guys think is the biggest problem with this green screen clip right now, just looking at it? Okay, it has folds and what? Yeah, it has that space off to the side. So how do we deal with space?
Crop.
Yep, crop. Boom. Okay. Okay, crop. And then what I want to do is move that thing in. Fairly close to him, but not too close. Now, there is another issue with the table there. So just heads up, it's not like, you know, this is not the best clip ever done. All right, so that's kind of how I crop in there. And I think actually the keyer gets out most of those folds, so we'll see what it looks like. But all right, now watch the clip with that crop that you put in, and what I want you to do is find a space where maybe he doesn't go off screen all that much. Like I said, this is not a perfect clip by any means. Like when you guys film green screen stuff, you'll do a better job. Okay. So, but that one actually is working pretty good. Starting about there. So I'm going to just blade it down to a chunk where looks like he's pretty much in frame. So that part's looking pretty good. And he's just running in place. Now, if you guys had like a studio or something, what you'd probably do is you'd have like a treadmill that's green. But guess what? We don't have a treadmill that's green.
Maybe you don't, but I do.
You do? All right, so I'm blading this down. I'm going to delete that end part. Okay, now I have my green screen clip kind of edited down. What I'm going to do next is just move it on top. Okay? And move it on top. You can see this is what it looks like now. All right? Now, the reason the camera moves is because we're going to make it look like he's running running away from the feet. Okay, so for green screen, it's very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to go down to your effects and then go into keyer or keying. And we want to grab our keyer. And literally what you do is just drop keyer onto that clip. And look, right away you already have, I mean, it's pretty much good to go for you. All right, I still have a little bit of issue with that. That desk being in there, but whatever. We'll make it work.
Yeah, there's still some folds there too.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you guys can do is you can mess with all these things, like the fill holes. That should maybe help get out some of that, depending. I mean, see what it does. You can mess with your edge distance. You can mess with spill level. All these tools are, like, you know, useful. You can open up how much color it's taken out there. So all these things you guys can change and mess with, and that may or may not help you, okay? But the biggest thing is, you know, get good footage, and then you won't have issues like this, okay? So when I'm done there, I'm going to turn off my crop, and now, okay, if I play this video, let's see what it looks like. There he is. He pops up. Okay, got a little crop issue in the front there, which I'll probably deal with, okay? But looking pretty good. Okay, now, it's obviously too big, so the next thing to do would be to go get your transform tool. And shrink Mr. Brandt up, and just make him smaller. And now it's looking already better, because he's kind of fitting in the picture a little bit better. Okay, so at the beginning of the clip, then, I want to get him kind of placed where I think he's going to start. And if I need to shrink them up or anything, I can. You guys could also do that color match here too, if you wanted to. So I'm going to go into color match. I'm going to color match it to the other clip. Just apply the match. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't.
Where's color match?
Ooh. That did not help actually. So I'm gonna undo that. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. Now let's watch it real quick. Okay, there he is. Maybe I'll full screen it for you guys. God, this is insane. Okay, well, if this freezes and crashes, then we'll kind of, oh, nice. Well, I'll probably have to restart my computer now. But the next step then would be to keyframe him, just like we did with the fly guy. So if, he was running and it looked like the feet were not keeping pace with him, what you'd want to do is you'd want to start him at one point, create a keyframe, and then be like, okay, by the time you get to this part, you need to be here. So that he stays out of the way of the feet and actually looks like he's running. The clip might not be perfect, but, you guys, the more you experience this, the more you mess with it, the better you're going to get with it, okay? So the next step then would be to keyframe it and have that guy move with it, okay? So I think I'm going to probably have to restart. But that's okay. Oop.